Hello and welcome to another update video. In this video I want to cover Pax Gold. I have never talked about Pax Gold, but I thought it is something that some of you might want to be aware of. It is completely unrelated to Bitcoin. It is a cryptocurrency, yes, but it's actually tied to the gold price. I found that quite interesting because I'm not only interested in cryptocurrencies, I'm also interested in other investments. I believe in generally a diversified portfolio. So I don't only, invest in cryptocurrencies. I also invest in other assets, and I find this really, really interesting because if someone is generally interested in diversifying his or her portfolio, you can go in stocks and shares, you can go in whatever property, real estate, you can go, for example, in cryptocurrencies, you can go in gold and silver. Yeah. If you go into gold and silver, the question is, do you just buy whatever? Do you invest in a futures contract? Do you invest with a gold ETF or ETC, something like that, on an exchange? Or do you buy the physical gold, which comes with some problems, but also has many advantages? But one way of doing it is now going into Pax Gold. I find that really interesting because this is really backed by gold, and it is a trusted company. This is a real company. It is serious as far as I know, as far as I have done my research. So you can see it here. Pax Gold is a digital asset. Each token is backed by 1 fine troy ounce of a 400-ounce London good delivery gold bar, and it apparently is stored in Brinks vaults. And these guys, Brinks, they are some of the most reputable vault providers in the world. And if you own PAXG, you own the underlying physical gold, held in custody by Paxos Trust Company. So you actually own the physical gold. You can buy Pax Gold on, for example, an exchange like Kraken or KuCoin, or you can directly buy it from Paxos. So you can log in, you can create an account. I think you need to do know your customer, and then you get the tokens that are generated for you. They will be allocated. So that means for certain tokens that you own, you also own a specific gold bar behind this, right? If you buy it on an exchange, that's not the case. Then you just own the cryptocurrency, I think. It works differently, but you can actually buy and register here on Paxos on the website, and then you get into your dashboard and you can actually get tokens created for you that are then linked to a certain gold bar. And that's quite cool. What I wanted to make you aware, it is an ERC20 token, so you can even store it on a Trezor wallet, for example, hardware wallet. Then what is very important for everybody, Paxos is a trust company and custodian regulated by the New York State Department of Financial Services. PAXG is also approved and regulated by the DFS and fully backed by allocated gold held in the most secure leading vaults in the world. A nationally ranking auditor will attest to the matching supply of PAXG tokens and underlying gold every month. So that is very, very reassuring, right? You can even get your gold for your tokens. So if you want to see your gold and get your gold, you can actually tell them, and they have to give you your gold, right? If you sell your tokens then. But for that, I think you have to have like $600,000 worth of tokens. So that is one way of doing it. What else? It is flexible. I think that is the advantage of this, because first of all, it's really backed by gold. The advantage is that if you have physical gold, well, you have to store it somewhere. First of all, that costs you some fees. When you buy and sell, for example, gold coins, then the problem is that you have to pay a fee as well, right? So the trader, the merchant wants to earn something, and then if you sell them again, you lose another margin, so it's not that straightforward. Here with Pax Gold, you can actually send it and trade it 24 hours, and that is fantastic. Obviously, with the disadvantage, you don't have the physical gold with you, and that's up to everybody to decide. Some people, if they invest in gold or silver, they actually want to have the physical thing with them, but it still is something very interesting. And the thing is, if you're interested in having a cryptocurrency or investing in a cryptocurrency that is not related or correlated to Bitcoin, yes, you can go into stable coins. That is one thing, or you could go into Pax Gold. So there are some other ones which are doing the same thing. There's another one which is backed by the Perth Mint in Australia. But Pax Gold is definitely one of the more reputable ones as well. Yeah. So what else? Just want to talk to you about the price. It's currently at around $1,800 US. The thing is, the price is completely related to gold. So this one, if we do here an Elliott wave count, an Elliott wave analysis, and generally a technical analysis, it is like as if we were analyzing the gold chart, right? So it still is quite interesting, and unfortunately here on FTX we can't see the whole thing, but I did check the gold futures charts, you know, which are not Pax Gold, but the price is identical. What I can actually do, I could here overlay. I can overlay the gold chart. So if we just go with gold USD, you can actually see that the price is nearly identical. Okay, so there you go. If you want to go into gold, or you can go into PAXG if you want to. If you want to go into a cryptocurrency that is not related to Bitcoin at all, for example, in moments when prices of Bitcoin go down, of course, you know, Pax Gold is completely unrelated to Bitcoin. So this current drop of the Bitcoin price does not affect Pax Gold at all. But is it worth going into Pax Gold now, you know, from a price point of view? And I don't think so at the moment. We're currently going through a correction here, and the top that you can see here is actually a larger wave 3. In the Elliott wave count, we are now coming down in a wave 4. You can't see this on the chart because this is cut off. This is the FTX chart. Could also show you a gold chart, but just to let you know, this is a larger wave 3 in my view. We're coming down here in a larger wave 4, and after the wave 4 we're going to see a larger wave 5 to the upside then. And at the moment you can see the count here. So this was a high here on the 16th of May. Since then we've come down in an impulsive move to the downside with the wave count 1 to the downside here 19th of May, 2 to the upside, quite a high retracement, you know, from that wave 1 down, impulsive, wave 2 corrective, wave 3 impulsive, often the longest wave, confirmed here, wave 4 corrective, wave 5 impulsive again, and downtrend. Then you get your ABC, which is corrective of the preceding impulsive move to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get your corrective ABC pattern. Now we are starting, in my view, in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. And in my view, a wave 2 always corrects quite a bit. So if we take a look at how much could that wave 2 now correct to the upside or retrace, we take here the retracement tool and take a look at where we could get to. In my view, we could see that retracement coming all the way to 1834 to 1855. So I'm going to highlight that, and then we can check in in videos going forward if that has happened. So that is, I think, where we could get to before. However, we are going to go down. I mean, to be honest, a retracement could even go to that level here. So there you go, to the 0.887. Yeah, and then from there, I would expect us to move down. If we talk about target levels here, I would expect at least a 1.618 extension. So somewhere in this range here, yeah, between 1,675 and 1,627. That is the next level where I would expect it to get to. So now calculating the wave 4 without knowing where the wave 3 will go doesn't really work. I would expect it somewhere here, probably around 1,750 or something. And then the wave 5 could go down here all the way down to 1,600, for example. And from here then, that would be the completion of the larger wave 4. If you have the wave 3 here to the upside, that was the peak here no, that was August, wasn't it? Yep. And now we're coming down in this wave 4 to the downside, a larger wave 4, after which you will see a larger wave 5 that could push us above $2,000. So there will be more retracement down here around 1,600. I think that would be definitely a good price to go into PAXG. So that is my own view, and I might actually get hold of some PAXG down here at the completion of that smaller wave 5 or larger wave 4. And let me know if you want me to cover PAXG going forward. I think it's quite interesting. It's obviously related to the gold chart, but nevertheless, it's an interesting hedge potentially against Bitcoin, something where you can actually store your cryptos, you know, towards the end of a cycle maybe, while maybe gold goes up, you know, and you expect Bitcoin to go down. That might be something to move your funds into if you not want to go into a stable coin, which is just holding steady in value. But for example, if PAXG or gold is in an uptrend, that might be something to do then. So I think it's interesting to know, certainly. And let me know what you think about Pax Gold. If you liked the video, let me know in the comments and subscribe as well. And see you in the next video. Bye bye.